Get a new truck, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Get a new four-wheeler, they said. It'll be fun, they said. See it in the back, it's on the trailer. Going to Hagerstown today. It's Terry over here at Hidden Hollow. We're going to be traveling to Hagerstown, Maryland. And we're going to take the new Honda Rancher 420 to the shop. Going back to Twig Cycles. Got a warranty on this thing. I bought the extended warranty. It covers everything except for brake pads. And I believe, I don't know, maybe even oil and oil filters. I don't know. But either way, it covers everything. The the engine light's been blinking on and off. It said in the manual that it had something to do with the fuel injection. I guess we'll find out. Today's Saturday. I have a lot of things I could be doing, but no, I have to go to Hagerstown, Maryland. It's going to take me, I probably won't get home till around noon. It's the only day I get to do this. The only day they're open that I'm not working. And I'm going to take it out there. So as reviews for the thing, it's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of speed. It's really comfortable with the independent rear suspension and all, and the big tires that I've been tearing up my yard with ever since I got it. I got basically a racetrack in my backyard. Wife's gonna kill me. But, you know, this new truck, there's some good and there's some bad. The bad thing is gas mileage is terrible. Look at that. Average 14.9. I was lucky to get 15 something any other day. And even on the window sticker, it didn't even give it gas mileage because it's considered a heavy duty truck. Right? So, it gets worse gas mileage than my last truck. I can understand because it's bigger. But it's a comfortable truck and there's a lot of room. Still don't need this much room. That's why I used to argue all the time about my two-door short bed I had. Is like, well, how much room do I really need? It's just me and the wife. And we would go to the grocery store and we'd throw everything behind the seats in the little compartment that was back there. And we made do for the longest time. You know, made it work. But last time I was at the dealership when she was buying her Durango, I wound up getting this. Which is okay, but that right there, that seat belt banging around, annoys the crap out of me. It does it all the time. I might do something about that. But it's a big truck. I love the seats in these Rams. They're really comfortable. It's like sitting in a lounge chair. I tried a Chevrolet. I was in a new Chevrolet a while back, and the seats were horrendous. The way it handled was horrendous. It was a brand new 4-door Chevrolet 4-wheel drive. Yeah, sucked. We're gonna jump here on 81. And we're gonna try to get on down the road here. Like the big shout out to my channel mascot Tank. He just turned 18. I'm sorry. He turned 12 years old the other day, which is basically 84 years old. And the wife calls him grumpy and stuff. And I'm like, well, if I was 84 years old, you better bet I would be grumpy too. He's been a good dog. I was listening to that song Feed Jake the other day, and it almost made me tear up because I was thinking about this dog. He's not going to be in the video today, obviously, because I'm going a whole different direction. And he's at the house running around the backyard barking and everything. But there was a time when I lived, me and a girl were sharing a house in North Carolina, and he was the type of dog that if he got loose, he ran. And I mean literally ran all over the woods, because we lived kind of back in there a little bit. He would run all over the woods 100 miles an hour 2 or 3 times in these big circles. And then if I was lucky, I could get my hands on him and put him back on his chain. But there was one time when I went out and bought a brand new choker chain for him because he kept breaking everything else. I put the choker chain on him, hooked him to the chain, turned around, and he done broke the choker chain and was running back across the yard down into the woods he went. Well, the worst thing about it was we had neighbors, and the neighbor was always mad because every time he come home from work, and when Tank would be running loose, he wouldn't let me catch him. He would stay there in the yard, but he knew if I was to catch him, he was gonna be put on the chain. which he had a really nice area to run in his chain. He had a big long chain with one of those in-ground hooks that went in the ground where you hook them to, and they had like a big circle radius that they could run in. But he didn't want to come to me because he knew he was going to get put back on the chain. He would run over to the neighbor's house and bark and growl at the neighbor while he was trying to get out of his car, trying to get back into his house. The neighbor would be yelling at him and everything else, and I'd be yelling at him. He wouldn't listen to me. So what could you do? Every time I got near him, he would run off from me, and he would run back over there and start barking and growling at the neighbor again. Now, when I would come home from work if he was loose, or show up if he was loose, he would come running to me and I could get my hands on him because the dog loved me. And it wasn't like he was running off, but he just knew. You know, he had always had freedom. He could always do what he wanted, and now he's being put on a chain. It got to the point where I bought a dog kennel, and I was keeping him in the dog kennel. Well, lo and behold, he chewed his way through the dog kennel and was getting out again. So here I had this dog on a chain inside the dog kennel, so that if he did break through the dog kennel, he still couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, this dog, he got named Tank for a reason. When he was a pup, he used to go into the woods and bring out like old tin cans or old pieces of metal, and he would sit there and gnaw on it. Anything mechanical, anything that I start up and run, he's chewing on it, attacking it. Like when I used to play with the garden hose back in the day, this dog would be on the other end of it, yanking it and pulling it while I'm trying to water, you know, the plants and the flowers. He was just a mess. So when we moved out to Roxborough, there was a time when I would go down in the woods. I would take him with me squirrel hunting because he loved to chase squirrels, and he would always run them up the trees for me. And this dog was running across 100% miles an hour, going across the woods one morning, and there was a creek, but you couldn't really see the creek because the banks, you know, it was all level, and the grass and stuff and the weeds and the underbrush was all nice and high. And he was flying down through there. I'm like, he's going straight for the creek bed, and splash. All you heard was a big splash. And he ran right off the edge and didn't even know it until he was there. He was on it. It was really funny because I remember when I finally ran over there to see if he was okay, he's sitting there paddling around. He's trying to climb up the bank, which was straight up. It was really steep. So he's trying to climb up the bank. And I had to literally get on my belly, reach down, grab him by his collar, and pull him out of the water. Yeah, that was fun. But anyway, work's been going good. We've been real busy. I guess that's good in business world. Last week we were slammed. Friday was a good day because it wasn't so bad. You almost had time to catch your breath and get ready for Monday, which is always a big day. People just always said that Friday was slow. I didn't really recognize that until yesterday. The boss man bought us lunch. Big props. I will say that it was kind of funny when Ben was making fun of me when we were ordering food from Panera Bread, I believe it was, because I don't know Panera. I didn't know what any of that stuff was. I can't even pronounce the words. But there was different kinds of cheese and different kinds of stuff that I had never heard of. Breads, all the different breads they had. Man, give me some white bread, toasted. I'm good with that. But I got this grilled cheese and bacon sandwich because I thought, hey, you can't go wrong with grilled cheese and bacon. But the bread was hard. By the time I got the grilled cheese, it was kind of cold and hard, and the bacon was really nothing special. So next time I think I'll just eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches I took with me. I mean, I really appreciate it, but there's really nothing there that I know about. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy. Give me a steak, baked potato, I'm good. These are the new roundabouts they put out here, and it really helped with traffic a whole lot. Don't run over me, lady. Getting ready to just cut through Inwood, West Virginia. It's a big field. I'll guarantee you another year or so, that'll be nothing but houses probably. I'm watching it grow up over here real fast. Like when I lived in Montgomery County, it grew up real fast. I mean, everything around had turned from a 2-lane to a 4-lane to a 6-lane. Housing complexes going up in every farmer's field that you could see. They really ruined it. Luckily, where we live, there's going to be no more houses around us. Everybody's there. Everybody that's going to be there is there. And we got a little bit over 2 acres, and everybody else around us also does. I'm not getting on the highway. I'm going to take 11 just in case something happens. Look out, everybody. Here I come. So I'm on 11 now, going into West Virginia. Going to Maryland. But anyway, that's just a quick update. What's going on? I'm hoping that the 4-wheeler don't need much. I probably won't get it back till next Saturday to go pick it up, unless I get off work early one evening to go grab it. Running my trailer. Maybe later today when I get home and get the yard straightened up so it's not so embarrassing, I'll do a video about my birds. Somebody said they wanted to see one about my game fowl. I built some new cages. I'm going to show you. I got a dog kennel I turned into. It's going to be a brood pen for some of my chickens. And I've got some really good wire recently, so I'm going to be building some more pens for my birds. Something that when the foxes or the coyotes come through my yard and you know how they come and attack them, get them off their roost at night, run them into the corner, and then they start grabbing at them and pulling at them. I lost a gray rooster the other day to this. I got down there and somebody done pulled his head off. It was really sad, but I got the wire now, the 1x2 really strong welded wire, and that's what I'm getting ready to start making my cages out of. And the ones that I have with the 2x4 welded wire, I'm going to wrap the bottoms maybe like a foot and a half all the way up so that nothing can get to them down there. Not saying that a snake couldn't crawl in there or something else, but I'm not too worried about a snake and a full-grown chicken. Not a rooster anyway. I've had 6-foot plus black snakes go into my brood pens and actually kill my hens in order to get to their eggs. Just suck their head down and suffocate them. I've had that happen twice to some really good brood hens, and that really sucked. But anyway, this is today, Saturday the 14th of September, and I am on my way. And just tell everybody to have a really good day. This is Terry signing out.